Hello everyone, this is Teacher Len again, and we are going to have some logical fallacy exercises to help you master them. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. Which is an example of a circular reasoning? Circular reasoning is just a restatement of what has been previously said without giving further answers or reasons. Drinking 8 cups of water is one way to keep hydrated. B. Staying hydrated is not just important but also necessary. Which is your answer? The answer is letter B. Correct. Which shows hasty generalization. So, hasty generalization is jumping to conclusions without enough proof or evidence. Loved by all Pinoys? B. Spinach muffins for a change. The answer is letter A. Next one. Which is a slippery slope fallacy. Slippery slope is that if you don't agree with A, then Z, which is the most extreme, will happen. Teacher Len wakes up early, grabs a cup of coffee, grooms herself, and does her online teaching from 7 to 12. If Teacher Len does not have a cup of coffee in the morning, she becomes lethargic, grumpy, and irritable. If she's irritable, she gives a difficult quiz. If her students fail her quiz, learning is not attained, and students without any learning make a dim future. So Teacher Len should not miss a cup of coffee in the morning. Obviously, the correct answer is letter B. Next one, which is the straw man fallacy. Straw man fallacy is when people don't get your point, but instead they interpret it wrongly. They put it in a distorted version of your original point. Maria wanted to move to her own condo unit to learn independence. B. Her parents think that moving out of their home is cutting familiar ties with them. Obviously, the correct answer is letter B. Her main point is just to learn independence and not totally disowning her family. Next, which one is ad hominem? What's your answer? Ad hominem is an attack to the man, personal attack based on appearance, characteristics, or even past experiences. Letter C. This is a strong word, moron. Okay? Next one, which one is a false dilemma? This one is over limiting or simplifying the choices. So you're creating as if there was a dilemma, but there's none because there are so many other choices. Letter A, if you study, you will get good grades. B, you can either study for that quiz or never attend school at all anymore. Letter B. Okay? What logical fallacy is this one? The sign says fine for parking here. The sign says parking is fine. And conclusion, I'm parking my car here. This is equivocation with the word fine. Okay, so it's the double speak of fine as a as a penalty for something and fine as is okay. Which is a bandwagon fallacy? Katie likes to read and would rather do that than play sports. Her friends make fun of her and tell her that reading is for nerds. Katie stops reading so much and starts to play sports more. Marcus wants to go to a small community college close to home, but most of the kids in his class are applying to larger colleges out of state. He opts to apply to a small community college for free. Letter A is bandwagon. Okay, joining the crowd, which is a false analogy. This one, false analogy is comparing something, but then the similarities are not so much as to the differences. So the differences outweigh the similarities. Children are like dogs, they need to be disciplined. B, Bob, I'm disappointed you broke your promise and didn't help me move. Oh, yeah, what about the time you didn't show up to my birthday party? The correct false analogy answer here is letter A. What are the two things being compared? Children and dogs. Okay, next. What fantasy is this one? While discussing, oh, okay, the answer came up. Now, while discussing the need for tobacco subsidies in the federal budget, somebody asserts that all restaurants should have non-smoking sections. So this one is a red herring, okay? Because this one is detouring